A snowplow in Waupaca caused a fire and explosion this morning after hitting a gas meter, according to the city's fire department. So Fox 11's Nick Harrington spoke with fire officials to bring us the details. Here's the story.
We were advised then by law enforcement, Waupaca Police Department at that time, that there was an explosion here and fire.
Just after 9 a.m. Saturday morning, the Waupaca Fire Department responded to a gas leak call. It was caused by a snowplow that hit a gas meter. Waupaca Fire Department Captain Steve Fenske said the fire led to this damage on what's listed as Countryside Estates on Wisconsin Street. There are 8 apartments inside, and all 8 residents were home when the plow hit the meter.
Nobody was trapped inside. Everybody was gotten out right away. There was somebody on scene, a private citizen, that was helping evacuation and got them out. So between local law enforcement and a private citizen nearby, they got them out before the explosion.
Adding there were no injuries to anyone involved and the gas line was shut off. Fox 11 also obtained a statement from We Energies on the explosion, saying they shut off the natural gas line to make the area safe and are assisting the fire department and local authorities at the scene. Fenske says early indications after talking with We Energy shows gas got into the complex's utility room. That's where a furnace and water heater were located, prompting the explosion. The focus is now on getting those displaced by the fire into other housing.
The building will be uninhabitable for probably a good few days to a week maybe. We're working with our Waupaca County Department of Health Services and local Red Cross volunteers to find them residency right now.
As for the residents, they were allowed back in later that afternoon with law enforcement to obtain any personal belongings.
We understand that it can be frustrating without power to not have power.
Matt Cullen of Wisconsin Public Service says teams have been working nonstop since the first outages were reported around 8 p.m. on Friday evening. While snow accumulation totals were different across parts of northeast Wisconsin, that's not what caused homes and businesses to lose power. Instead, it was heavy wet snow on power lines combined with Winter Storm Amelia's strong winds.
Some of the conditions that we've seen include down tree limbs, down trees, power lines that have been knocked down, as well as trees that have fallen into our electric distribution equipment. And those are things that our crews have seen as they've been working.
Since WPS crews began responding, Cullen says 14,000 customers had their services restored. But as of midday Sunday, there were still 1,800 customers waiting for their power to come back on. Cullen acknowledges the inconvenience while preaching patience, especially for some of the hardest hit areas.
So the Marinette and Menominee areas have been some of those who have been most affected by this strong winter storm. We also had areas such as the Wasaki area and the Sturgeon Bay area as well that saw an impact from these storms.
And with the first storm behind us, it's possible that others will follow, allowing Wisconsinites to prepare themselves in case of an emergency.
Have an emergency kit prepared, and items to include in that emergency kit would be bottled water, flashlights, mobile charging packs for mobile devices, extra batteries are something that you can include in your emergency kit as well.
Adding snow and ice should be cleared from any natural gas meters and appliance vents for your own safety.
Presents and more. The Postal Service has some tips for you. Emily Deem is live with the Postal Service this morning inside the Greenbay Processing and Distribution Center. Good morning, Em.
Rachel, good morning. Hi, everyone. I've never been inside here before, and let me tell you, it is a busy place. A lot of organizing, a lot of sorting, and I'm a little jealous. I'm like, can you come to my home and organize some stuff there for me? Postmaster Brad Koenig is here with me this morning. Thank you so much for being with us and allowing us in here. As Postmaster, what are your responsibilities?
I'm responsible for the delivery operations in the Green Bay area, and we, oversee Howard, Ashwaubenon, so the communities that are close to Green Bay. And then we have Coffin Station, Hanson Road Station, and the downtown post office.
This time of year, I can only imagine how busy. Right now, which area are we in? And tell me about the packages that are coming through.
Right now, we're at the GMF delivery unit, and the packages that are coming in, we're getting ready for our carriers that are going to be coming in at 6 o'clock to start delivering to our customers.
And how busy is this week for you?
This is going to be the busiest week of the year, from the 13th to about the 17th. We expect to deliver probably around, in Green Bay alone, about 100,000 packages.
It is just amazing watching them organize and sort everything. You have some tips for people at home too, because now is the time to send out those packages. You say don't wait. So what tips would you have for someone at home?
Well, we would want, if you're going to do retail ground, to have it here by the 15th, for priority mail by the 17th, and for priority mail for 17th, express mail the 23rd. And for those bringing packages in, make sure that the box you're using doesn't have any markings, because if it were a Clorox box or alcohol box, that we'd have to have you repackage it. So come in with a good box and have it labeled properly, and we'll be good to go.
Just don't procrastinate, right?
Right. Don't procrastinate. No. So this weekend we delivered about 5,000 packages to start off, so we're ramped up and ready to go.
It is exciting to see everybody in here working overtime. I know, like a lot of places, you kind of are short-staffed, but you look at this crew, you look at the people working. How proud are you of them?
Well, in Greenbay, we have carriers that are helping out on the clerk's side, and we're all coming together as a team. We've been preparing for the whole year, so this is our season to make sure that we deliver.
I think locally, all the health systems continue to be extraordinarily busy. We have some record number of people in the hospital.
Hospitalizations are once again breaking records in Wisconsin.
We've been in what we've kind of termed a surge, actually for quite a while. It's actually probably going on 2 months now.
The surge is overwhelming many healthcare systems, leaving them to start getting creative to ensure patients can get treated.
We have converted some of our different spaces. We may have an open therapy space that we've now converted to an area where we can care for some of our outpatients, or we have different parts of the organization, rooms that we have available to us that might hold patients for a period of time before we can get them into an actual room.
We have people doubled up in rooms if they are not infected with COVID-19. Some days we use beds in our emergency department to keep people there prior to moving to rooms upstairs.
The strain of now having to figure out different workarounds is something hospitals are facing every day.
The team is working daily. It's actually hourly, working on where do we put patients and how do we make sure we get the right patient in the right bed with the right care team at their side.
This comes as hospitals are experiencing another issue, a worker shortage. This means some are doing a job they may not normally be tasked to do.
We have a lot of folks who may be in roles like mine that have a license as a nurse, and we may be flexed over to other parts of the organization to help out.
Balance says behind the scenes, it has an adaptable staffing team that works daily on moving and shifting people around throughout the organization to help in areas where they can.